my name is HQ and welcome to Disney Q. As many of you are probably aware, Disney's big annual event, the D23 Expo, has passed, bringing with it a whole slew of information of upcoming projects. We got footage from The Good Dinosaur, details for Finding Dory in Toy Story 4, Shakira's in Zootopia, Orlando Bloom is returning to Pirates of the Caribbean, a new Lion King TV show, a Toy Story and Star Wars themed land for the Disney parks. But the biggest news, at least for me, is the announcement of Walt Disney Animation's newest movie, Gigantic, based on my all-time favorite fairy tale as a kid, Jack and the Beanstalk. Finally, my childhood dream has been answered. Disney, the masters of retelling classic fairy tales for a modern audience, is finally tackling a feature-length animated film based on Jack and the Beanstalk, something I've never done before. That doesn't count.
Fun, 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 and fancy free.
Fun and Fancy Free is the 9th full-length animated feature from Disney. If you haven't heard of it, there's a good reason for that. I'm not gonna tell you right away, or else we'll ruin the review. But if there's one thing this movie is remembered for, it's probably the Mickey and the Beanstalk segment, a retelling of Jack and the Beanstalk with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. Originally I was just going to review that, but since I have the whole movie, I might as well take a look at the whole thing. So let's not waste any time, here is Fun and Fancy Free. So as the opening credits roll, we hear the movie's title song.
Fun, 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 and fancy free.
What? It's catchy! We then meet the famous Jiminy Crickets.
Jiminy Crickets.
Okay. Jiminy spends the next few minutes singing the song as he explores this random house. Whose is it and why is he here? I don't know, just go with it.
That you find you wind up living in the sun, full of fun and fancy free.
Full of fun and fancy free. That's the way I wanna be.
Wait. Misery for the Masses? Anatomy of Melancholy? Good lord, who fills their shelves with this stuff? Anyway, Jiminy sings for a bit until he comes to a sad sight.
No more on strength. Sorry to upset you, miss. Have you on your feet in a jiffy.
You're talking to a doll.
Upsy daisy. Your mom isn't here, honey. But if I can be of service, the name is Cricket.
You're talking to a doll.
You ought to try my recipe. Be full of fun, fancy free.
Jiminy! You're talking to a doll! An inanimate object! Well, seeing as he's not going to be convinced otherwise, Jiminy plays a record that begins our first story, Bongo. No, it's not about a musical style, but it's about a circus bear named Bongo.
Why, he could juggle and dance while on a trapeze, walk a tightrope with the greatest of ease. In jiu-jitsu, he was beyond compare. Once threw a bull at the county fair. Super at wrestling and lifting weights, outboxed the champs of 17 states.
Oh my god, forget circus star, this bear's a superhero!
With mouths wide open, they watched his ascent as he daringly climbed to the top of the tent. Then, for a grand climax, he would gracefully plunge 300 feet into a wet sponge.
Yeah, no. Of course, circus life isn't as glamorous as you'd expect, and... What? Anyway, Bongo feels that life would be better in the wilderness, so... What?
Hey, Bongo!
Okay, the basic gist is that Bongo isn't happy with circus life. There. I said it without anything weird happening.
The call of the wild kept ringing in his ears.
Psst. Hey, Bongo.
Not literally. And so Bongo desperately tries to escape.
He was losing his grip.
Bongo.
He had to escape.
A bear who is a master of jiu-jitsu, weightlifting champ, and outboxed boxers from 17 states is having trouble breaking out of a cage, which he could probably break into smithereens. Does that sound right? Eventually, he does manage to escape and is now free in the wilderness. He tries to climb a tree, but again, a bear who is a master at tightropes and jiu-jitsu is having trouble. Of course, Bongo still feels like he's in heaven and spends an entire song roaming the countryside, which, I'll admit, it looks really beautiful. There's one problem with the song, though.
I like to stay around the lazy countryside while away the hours. Just kind of play around the lazy countryside. As free as bees and flowers.
Never.
There's more fun in taking the sun.
And after the song, it's bedtime, and... What? Anyway, it's bedtime for Bongo. But if you've been camping before, you know that nature isn't exactly quiet at night. Yeesh, what's Thor's problem? Anyway, it's next morning, and Bongo feels a little rough from last night.
Bongo was discouraged. A fine kind of bear he turned out to be. He didn't even know how to act like a bear.
Again! A bear that knows jujitsu! He should be better than a bear! But then he sees something he never thought he'd see in the wild. A girl bear!
Bongo thought, this is just too good to be true. I'm either hungry or I'm still dreaming. Ow! I'm awake. It must be true. Oh, this is much better than dreaming.
And we get another song sequence full of lovey-dovey, cloudy-wowdy stuff.
As long as I'm with you. This is too good to be true. I can't believe it's real.
It...
This is true, good to be true. I can't believe
never...
Passing through, then take me to heaven with you.
ends. Of course, like in many love stories, there's also the big brute that likes the girl too, and he picks a fight with Bongo. Just to clarify, a bear that can flip a bull and is a boxing champ is getting beaten up by this big bear. Look, Walt, he's either a super bear or he's not. Make up your mind!
Just a moment. This is my affair. Hello, little Belle, dear.
Not sure I deserve that.
With his heart broken, Bongo leaves and watches... a bear square dance?
When a bird loves a bird, he can flitter. When a puppy falls in love, he can yap. Every pigeon likes to coo when he says, I love you. But a bear likes to say it with a slap. Can you ever get the chance, grab your gun?
Doy! With that knowledge and a confidence boost, Bongo returns to properly confess his love. But the big bear isn't so keen on that. This time, however, Bongo is ready. Ooh, that smarts. Oh, now he's a super bear? Make up your mind! With his circus skills and a bit of luck, he defeats the big bear and finally gets the girl.
Too good to be true.
There. Now who says dreams don't come true? Well...
Never mind. Shortly after that story, Jiminy finds an invitation to a party across the street and decides to attend. And I have to say, the party is animated really neatly. Wait a second, it's live action! Duped again! Turns out this party is comprised of a little girl, a puppet man, and his two creepy-looking puppets. I don't blame you if you think the idea of a little girl alone with a strange man is kind of creepy. I personally think this guy is either a neighbor or a family friend, but it's never explained in the movie. And now it's time for the part that everybody knows this movie for, the Mickey and the Beanstalk story.
Once upon a time, long, long ago, funny, nothing ever happens nowadays, there was a place called Happy Valley. Now, it was called Happy Valley because...
Oh, let me guess.
Everyone who lived there was happy.
That's what I was gonna say!
It was one of nature's garden spots, nestled among the green, rolling hills. Can't you see the lovely brook as it flows through the valley? The winding roads, lined with stately trees.
Trees, yeah.
Lush fields and prosperous farms dot the landscape.
Landscape,
And high on a hilltop overlooking the valley, shining like a jewel, stands...
My red barn.
No. It was something much nicer. It was a majestic castle.
Oh, that's pretty.
And something very precious is kept within these castle walls.
What is it?
It's a magic singing harp. Listen.
What a happy day. What a sunny sky kind of makes you sigh in a happy way.
Yes, the voice of this golden harp cast a magic spell of joy and prosperity over the valley.
Unfortunately, it was too good to last when a shadow creeps over the valley and steals the magic harp. Did nobody bother to lock it somewhere?
For without the magic of the harp, all was misery. Misery. Misery.
Just like the 8th grade.
Days pass. Weeks pass.
I pass. New deal.
What happened to all the people?
Well, suppose we look in on these humble peasants.
Is that a peasant?
That's a cow, stupid.
Well, at least they had milk.
Well, she used to be a good milker, but now...
She's an utter failure.
That was terrible. And we meet our three heroes, Goofy, Donald, and Disney himself. I'm not kidding, that's actually Walt Disney voicing Mickey Mouse for the very last time.
Still alive, still breathing, sharing a pitiful crust between them.
Okay, even with the sharpest knife, you can't cut a piece of bread that thin. Believe me, I tried. It didn't end well.
Just look at that miserable creature, doggedly struggling to maintain life. A gaunt, lean bag of bones and feathers. Truly a picture of despair. But Donald doesn't whimper. Donald doesn't give up.
Shut up! I can't stand it!
No, he won't.
No! No, no!
Donald, what are you doing?
Yes, brush it.
Oh. Okay, fine.
Well, Donald may be nuts, but he's got the right idea. Kill the cow.
Oh, no, Charlie. The cow was their best friend.
Well, a friend in need is a friend indeed.
So what?
So they need some steak. Yeah, we'll get a stranglehold on her while she's asleep and push her off the cliff.
Oh, no!
And Jimny's okay with this conversation? Yeah, just relaxing here, listening to a girl and a puppet argue over slaughtering an animal. Ooh, chocolate cake. Anyway, Mickey decides to go sell the cow for some money and food, but returns home with 3 beans, supposedly magic.
If you plant these beans in the light of a full moon, you know what'll happen?
Yes, we get more beans.
Oh, no, Donald!
Poor Mickey. Cheated into trading his cow for a handful of beans. What a mean trick. Swindling an innocent farmer out of all he owned. And lying to him, telling him that the beans were magic. Planted in the light of a full moon. What a shame to deceive a simple little peasant. Magic beans indeed. Light of a full moon.
Oh, Bergen.
What?
There's something moving.
Oh, yes. Well, maybe there is some magic in them.
This story's being told through his head, right? So how are they interacting with things that they aren't exactly seeing? Nah, forget it. Anyway, the beans do turn out to be magic, and a giant beanstalk grows. And not only does it grow, it ends up taking the entire house with it, and the heroes are still sleeping.
And all through the night it grew, onward and upward.
That thing is a menace to aviation.
And so with the coming of dawn, we find the bewildered farmers staring at a mammoth castle, miles above the earth. Their curiosity was aroused. Nothing could hold them back. Who lives there? Man or monster? Friend or foe? A princess or a dragon?
In order to reach this castle, our heroes need to cross the small pond. Moat.
On they went as if drawn by some irresistible force. And then suddenly, without warning, out of the sky above,
Ooh, dragonflies!
Yeah, fly in front and dragon behind.
Gee, what whopper!
Yeah! Babas!
Donald. First of all, that was not a good idea. Secondly, can't you recognize dragonflies?
There's always a bigger fish.
finally they reached the castle.
The hard way.
Inside the castle, our heroes find a giant-sized banquet, leading to a bunch of giant food-themed hijinks. And guess what else they discover? The magic harp from the beginning!
How'd you get here?
I was kidnapped by that wicked giant.
Oh, a giant!
Oh, joy!
A giant?
A giant! Down the castle hall he came, roaring,
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Hee, hi, ho, hum. I'm a most amazing guy. A most amazing guy am I.
Oh my, okay, this movie needs a couple things clarified here. First of all, this giant, or Willie the Giant as he's referred to in general Disney canon, doesn't look or act wicked. He just has the IQ of a little kid. Also, I'm calling bullcrap! That's not who stole the harp! Naturally, the heroes get caught, but Mickey decides to try out the old Puss in Boots ploy. You know, how, the cat tricks the ogre into turning into a mouse so he can eat it? Nobody? Am I the only one who actually reads stuff?
Yeah.
Well, can you change into a fly?
A cute, teeny, weeny, itsy bitsy housefly!
That's it, a housefly.
Now for the magic wordies. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Hee, hi, ho, hum. I'm a most amazing guy, tee-tie, tee-tie, tee-tie. You sure you don't want a pink bunny? Hey, what is this? You think you fool, Willie?
Yep, they get caught again, and this time the giant locks them all in a box.
Yes, things look pretty dark for the prisoners.
Looks like their goose is cooked.
No, fate may yet deal them a winning hand. Don't forget, there's still the magic harp. She knows the giant's weakness.
She could be my weakness.
There might still be a chance of escape if she could only use her magic voice to put the giant to sleep.
In my favorite dream, everyone is so delightful. No one's mean or spiteful. In my favorite dream, in his right vest pocket you'll find the key. The right vest pocket, go carefully.
I'll smash! I'll smack.
This sneeze takes forever.
nightmare.
Okay, how did he get up there? I didn't skip over anything. One shot is Mickey getting hit with snuff, and then it just shows Mickey already on the string without showing him climb up Willie or anything. Whatever, Mickey manages to free his friends, and they all take the harp and escape scot-free.
Oh!
Or not.
Come back here! Come back here!
As you know the story, the giant chases after our heroes who manage to climb down the beanstalk. But the giant is following them, so they have to cut it down.
And
No. That one should be dead right now.
there goes the giant. He's helpless now, tumbling over and over and over. Down and down and down and down. And so with the passing of the wicked giant, Happy Valley echoed once again with song and laughter. For with the return of the magic harp, peace and prosperity reigned throughout the land. And the people of the valley, we know, lived happily ever after. What's the matter, Mortimer?
No, the poor giant got killed, Daddy did. I don't like them sad endings.
What I'm trying to explain, Mortimer, is that Willie the Giant didn't actually exist. No, he's a metaphysical phenomenon of your subconscious mind, a phantasmagoria of your mental faculty. In other words, just a figment of your imagination.
You could have just said that.
So there's nothing to be upset about.
Hey! Has anybody seen anything of a teensy-weensy little mouse?
No,
Oh, Mr. Bergen!
Bergen, speak to me. Speak to me.
What's the matter with him? Something he ate?
No, it's a figmentation of his imagination.
No.
And that's how the movie ends, with Willie the Giant stopping across Hollywood and unintentionally wreaking havoc. Happy ending?
Now some folks don't believe in giants, castles up above, and others say that bears don't talk and never fall in love. If you really want to find happiness, peace of mind, believe in all your dreams and you will see. You'll be full of fun and fancy, free and full of fun and fancy,
Alright, that was fun and fancy free, and I got nothing. I'm honest, I have no idea what to make of this movie. It's relatively short, with only 2 stories that don't even seem to be connected at all in the real world. Bongo's okay, if not a little predictable, and Mickey and the Beanstalk seems to be the only short people remember from this movie. That's the biggest problem with this movie as a whole. Ultimately, it's forgettable. And that's a shame. The environments are nice, the animation is nice, and this is one of the earliest examples of 2D animated characters in live-action settings, which was done pretty well. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence here. If you like to see Disney history and some good animation, then you can watch this movie. Otherwise, if you're just in it for the story, or stories, you could probably find them on YouTube without having to sit through this whole thing. Alright, another one down, lots more to go. Make sure to subscribe for more... What the...
Hey! Has anybody seen anything of a teensy-weensy little mouse?
Welcome to Disney Q, everybody. See you next time.
Now some folks don't believe in giants, castles up above, and others say that bears don't talk and never fall in love. If you really want to find happiness, peace of mind, believe in all your dreams and you will see. You'll be full of fun and fancy, free and full of